December Boys. It's a red carpet launch. I'm going to see the who's who here on the red carpet. Obviously, Daniel, who's aka known as Harry Potter, will be here for the star of December Boys, about 4 orphans that were born around December who decide to go to the seaside for a bit of a summer break when they find a family that they hear wants to adopt somebody. So thus the story thickens. Let's take a look at the red carpet here at the Rivoli. Direction of this film, what attracted you to the storyline?
It was a story about family. I like that sort of stuff, and I think it was also a story that I felt it was time to start telling stories that aren't just about drug addicts and about the angst of life. It's a fairly optimistic story, which doesn't mean that's a bad thing either.
It's a beautiful site in Australia. What a location. Did you have any difficulties at all?
You know, flies, flies and more flies. You know, that was the biggest problem on the film, I think. I mean, shooting on an island is never easy, and we only had a 6-week shoot.
That's a bit of pressure.
It was, and then you have 4 boys that all need schooling, including Daniel. He had a tutor with him as well, so our hours were shorter than normal. But I think we've been able to achieve something quite wonderful.
How do you get used to the screaming?
Earplugs. No, I don't know. It's you sort of don't. It's incredible, really. It's constantly overwhelming, really.
So this is a really big step for you coming out of the Harry Potter films. So how have you dealt with the change?
To be honest, it was just a matter of getting stuck in and being prepared, and just getting into it, and not really thinking too much about, oh, this is a big step. If you focus on that, you become too conscious of it. It can sort of.
Are you loving the fact that you're out of the mould now?
I think it's a long way to go before I'm fully out of the mould, to be honest.
You're doing stage as well, and how are you enjoying that?
That was amazing. That was that. Egg was closed in June, and it was always going to be a limited run, and it was just an amazing. And hopefully we'll be doing it on Broadway next year.
Is it more nervous doing a stage performance than, say, movies? Because obviously you can't do a mistake on stage.
Oh, you can.
You have?
I was pretty okay actually, but you can go wrong on stage, and you can retrieve the situation, and that's the most fun you'll ever have on a stage.
How does your real life relate to this film? Because obviously it's a coming-of-age film.
Well, I think at the time I made it was about 2 years ago now. I was in a very, very similar place to Maps, and so yeah. I mean, there was a lot I could associate with it.
So have you come of age now?
Again, a long way to go before I've come of age.
Well, enjoy the premiere, and I'm screaming girls waiting for your autograph. Here for the December Boys. Are you a Harry Potter fan?
I am a Harry Potter fan.
From the beginning?
From the beginning.
So this will be very interesting to see him in a different role. What do you think?
Well, I give him a lot of credit because, once you're branded into a certain character, it can be very difficult, as I know, to come out and play something else. And I actually just finished my 2nd film, and it was not a musical. It had nothing to do with Hairspray. So it takes a lot to step out of your comfort zone and the realm that you're used to.
Worried about being typecast?
No, absolutely not. I think roles are what you make them out to be, and if you audition for something that's not the norm, you may just work with that role. So I think it's about stepping out of what you're comfortable in.
See you back on the big screen. How have you enjoyed it?
Oh, it was wonderful doing this picture. It was a script that was presented to me about 6 years ago, and Rod Hardy, the director, said, I really want to make this movie. And I always thought it was worth making. When he said he had Daniel Radcliffe to play the role of the lead young man, I knew that we were headed for something really special.
So you had a few years to prepare for your role then, really, didn't you?
Plenty of time, busy doing other things.